Okay, we're back to JGrasp, and we're going to start demonstrating some of these things that we just took notes about. So the first thing I want to demonstrate is the example of the sum of two numbers x and y and the print statement that we can include that uses concatenation. So let's go ahead, like we did in the notes, and say int sum equals 0, int x equals 5, int y equals 10. And you should be doing this yourself so that you have examples that are working. And this is the part I forgot in the notes. I said we should have added sum equals x plus y. So we know that answer, we know that answer is going to be 15. But now I want to use concatenation to print the values of x, the values of y, and a nice print message that says 5 plus 10 equals 15 based on the value of the variables. So I'm going to say system SOPLN. So in order to use concatenation, I'm going to say x concatenated with the plus symbol, concatenated with y, concatenated with the equal symbol, concatenated with sum, which is storing the sum of our numbers. I'm going to go ahead and compile that and run that. And we see 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. So again, this is demonstrating concatenation using variables and other strings. So basically what Java does is takes all of these items, as long as one thing in here is a string, which we have, it turns everything into one big string. Okay, great. So we're going to move on and we're going to start working with some of these string methods. So the first thing that I want to do is make the string that we used in our example. So we're going to say string and we're going to give it the name m equals, set a double quotes, and we're going to type Michigan Wolverines. Make sure you put a space in between the two words. Okay, go ahead and compile. All right, we're good to go. Now we have a string to work with. So like I mentioned in the notes, in order for us to use one of these methods, we got to get ready if it's going to throw something back to us. So length is going to tell us how many characters are in the string, and we know from the notes there are 19. So if I call the length method for the string m, the value that gets returned to me should be the integer 19. So the first thing I want to do is set up the integer. So I'm going to say int len. Very often when we're dealing with length of things, we name the variable len. And then in the next line, I'm going to say len equals. Remember how to call a method. I take the name of the string, m, a dot, and then the length of the method length, length. This method requires no parameters inside of the parentheses, so we're good to go. If you're asking yourself, could we have done this all on one line? We could have. We could have said int len equals m.length. I'll do that from now on, but I just wanted to show you a two-step approach. Now, if I go run this, I see the printing from the concatenation, but I want to see if this worked correctly. In order to do that, I need to add a print statement so I can get feedback. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a SOPLN, and I'm going to say something like number of characters in string m is space and the string concatenated with the variable len. So now when I print that, I see that the number of characters in string m is 19. That is the correct answer. So we did it right. Okay. The first substring command, the first substring method uses one number. And the way this works is this creates a new string or returns a string from the index value indicated by the number to the end of the string. So looking at our string, I want the string varines. So in our notes, I know that the V in Wolverines, the V is at index value 12. So I'm going to want to put a 12 in here. So this is the string that starts at 12 and goes all the way to the end of the string. So I'm going to make a new string, and I'm going to call that one S1 equals. Now, remember how to call a method. I take the name of my string. In this case, I want to use M, the string M, dot, and then I type substring, a set of parentheses, and then I put the index value in there where I want the string to start. So I'm going to go ahead and compile, make sure that works correctly, and then I want to put an SOPLN in there. So I'm going to steal the one from above and just edit that. So let's see, something like substring from index 12 in string M is, we've stored it in the variable S1, so instead of LEN, we're going to put S1. So go ahead and compile that and run that so you can see the substring from index 12 in string M is varines. The second substring command actually uses two numbers that I'm indicating by pound A and pound B. These are just two index values. And what this command does is it returns a string from index value pound A and ending at index value pound B minus 1. So this one's a little squirrely because the ending value is not the ending index value. So if you want to end at index value 12, for instance, the number you actually want to put in is 13. So it ends at 13 minus 1. So in our string M, I want the string IGAN. So I know that the IGAN in Michigan starts at index 4. So we're getting index 4, 5, 6, 7. So in order for us to figure out where to stop, I actually have to stop at 8 because it's going to give me one less. So let's go ahead. We're going to steal a little bit from above. We're going to copy and paste. So this time we're going to make a string S2, and our two numbers that we're going to use is 4, 8. This will make the substring from index 4 ending at index 8. Actually, we'll say ending at index 7 in string M is the string S2. So I'm going to go ahead and compile that and run. So I get my string IGAN. The last two methods before I end this video are two uppercase and two lowercase. This returns a string in all uppercase. So I'm going to make the string S3, and this time I'm going to take my answer from S1, which was the string varines, and I'm going to make it all uppercase. So instead of using M, I'm going to say S1.to uppercase. To verify that it worked, let's grab a print statement. I'm going to grab the first one. It's a little shorter. And in my comment, I'm going to say uppercase version of S1 is, and I'm going to concatenate that with where we stored the string in S3. We're going to go ahead and compile and run, and you can see that varines is all capitalized. Finally, to demonstrate two lowercase, I'm going to go ahead and use M since we had a couple words capitalized there. And I'm going to make a string S4. So we're going to take M dot to lowercase. And then we're going to have an SOP. And we're going to say that the lowercase version of M is the string S4.